Can you cook with a bottle of corked wine? Today we're going to find out.
Good morning, my name is Bob. I'm the sommelier of vegan restaurant Achterwerk, and I'm really excited to join this experiment.
We'll have 2 identical bottles of Pinot Grigio, a relatively neutral tasting white wine. I'll leave one bottle as it is, and the other one I'll add a little drop of TCA. TCA being short for trichloroanisole, the flavor compound responsible for tainted. Just to confirm that the cork taint is obvious, Bob will perform a classic 2 out of 5 test. This is a blind test where you're presented with 5 glasses. You have to pick out the 2 that are different from the other 3. So there could be 2 glasses of cork taint here, or 3, and the rest of the glasses are clean. Now we have 5 identical glasses labeled with random 3-digit codes. I will put the reference wine in some glasses and the cork tainted wine in other glasses. Let's put the glasses in a random order. Okay, Bob, out of these 5 glasses, 3 are going to be the same and another 2 are going to be the same. So the task is to separate them out. You're going to move the ones that you think are similar to the left, and then the other ones you think are similar to the right. Understood?
Understood.
There are no color differences or other visual differences between these wines, so Bob is fully relying on his sense of smell to tell these samples apart. If he would just be randomly guessing, he would have only a 10% chance of getting it right. Bob was quickly able to group the cork-tainted wines together and the clean wines together. So we have some fairly basic ingredients for this white wine sauce. We have 4 tablespoons of butter, then we have 2 cloves of minced garlic, some salt, some pepper and a cup of olive oil. And of course, the wines. Initially we'll make a stock for the 2 white wine sauces, so let's start with adding some olive oil. Next up, let's add some garlic. Smells good. Let's add in the salt and the pepper. Then we'll mix in the butter. Lovely. Now we have split the base into 2 identical cups and they will go into 2 identical pans. And of course we'll apply exactly the same heat setting to both pans. We will pour 100 milliliters of the reference wine into one of the pans. Let's go. Now for the TCA wine. Let's go. And we'll also add 100 milliliters. Now let's let this simmer until nice and viscous. These have been cooking for about 15 minutes now, so let's remove them from the heat source. Let's decant the sauce. Let's prepare another test. Pouring the test samples. Alright Bob, so instructions are as before. 2 spoons are going to be identical and then there's a further 3 spoons who are also going to be identical. So please sort them so that they belong to each other. And you can smell and taste as well. Understood?
Understood, thank you.
Excellent. So as before, Bob knows that 2 or 3 of these spoons are sauces with cork taint. So can he pick them out?
Okay, well, smell doesn't really seem to be a difference, or that one might be a little bit. First I smelled all the sauces and then tasted. There might be a slight difference, but it's really hard. As compared to with the wines, it was really clear which ones were corked and which ones weren't, but I'll have another smell, another taste, and then we'll see if well, I'll have to make a decision. Alright, so I did my final tasting and smelling, and I have made my decision. I think the top 3 belong to each other and the bottom 2, I mean. So I hope I'm right, but it's really hard.
So Bob was wrong. Then afterwards I gave it a shot as well, and I also was not able to tell apart the samples. So I think you can conclude, at least with the recipe we used, it's safe to use a bottle of cork tainted wine.